Welcome back to the channel, coin enthusiasts and history lovers. Today we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most classic and widely collected pieces of American coinage, the 1938 Lincoln Wheat Cent. At first glance it might look like just another old penny, especially when found in circulated condition, but there is a lot more to this small copper coin than meets the eye. The Lincoln Cent has been one of the most recognizable and enduring coins in American history. First struck in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it became the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of an allegorical figure. By 1938, it was already a well-established part of daily commerce, appearing in millions of pockets and purses across the country. The obverse design of the 1938 cent features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This right-facing bust shows Lincoln with a serious expression, his hair neatly detailed, and his clothing realistically draped. Above his head is the motto "In God We Trust," while the word "Liberty" appears on the left side of the coin. The date, 1938, sits to the right, sometimes accompanied by a mint mark. The reverse design is equally iconic, displaying two stylized wheat ears curving up along the left and right edges. Between them sits the bold inscription 1 cent, which is framed by the phrase, "United States of America." Just above the denomination is the motto, "E pluribus unum." This design gave the coin its familiar nickname, the Wheat Penny. In circulated condition, the details of Lincoln's portrait often appear softened. His hair and beard are among the first areas to lose definition, and the fields around his cheek and jawline often show flatness. On the reverse, the wheat ears can look worn down, with the individual lines merging together after decades of handling. The composition of the coin is 95% copper, with the remaining 5% made up of tin and zinc. This gave the cent its characteristic reddish-brown color when new. Over time, and especially in circulated condition, the coin darkens to a chocolate brown, sometimes with streaks of darker oxidation or even small spots of green verdigris from environmental exposure. The Philadelphia Mint struck more than 156 million cents in 1938, while the Denver Mint produced about 20 million, and the San Francisco Mint just over 15 million. While none of these mintages are particularly rare, the San Francisco issue is slightly scarcer than the others, particularly in higher grades. Collectors often look for mint marks when examining a 1938 penny. A plain coin indicates it came from Philadelphia. A small D under the date marks it as a Denver issue, and an S indicates San Francisco. In circulated condition, these mint marks can sometimes appear faint, but they are an important detail that determines scarcity and collector interest. During the year 1938, the United States was still feeling the lingering effects of the Great Depression. A single cent could buy small treats like candy or chewing gum, and every penny truly mattered to families struggling through tough economic times. The Lincoln cent wasn't just a coin, it was a symbol of thrift, endurance, and value in difficult years. The physical size of the coin is small, at 19 millimeters in diameter, but its historical significance is much larger. In circulated condition, these coins often show nicks, scratches, or slight bending, all evidence of their long journey through countless hands and cash registers. Each mark tells a silent story of how the coin was used in everyday life. For collectors today, the value of a 1938 wheat penny in circulated condition is generally modest. Common worn examples may only be worth a few cents above face value. However, those with clear details, attractive even brown color, or fewer marks are more desirable and can be worth slightly more to a dedicated collector. Mint state examples, of course, command much higher premiums, especially those that retain their original red luster. But circulated coins like the one we're focusing on today are valuable in a different sense. They connect us directly to history, to the real circulation of money in American life more than 80 years ago. The artistry of Victor David Brenner's design is still evident, even on a worn coin. His ability to capture Lincoln's likeness in such a small space, while balancing inscriptions and symbols, makes the Wheat Cent a masterpiece of coinage art. Even after decades of wear, the portrait remains instantly recognizable and powerful. The reverse design with its wheat ears represents both agriculture and prosperity, key values in America during the early 20th century. While today's modern cents feature the Lincoln Memorial or the Union Shield, the wheat design continues to hold nostalgic charm for collectors and history buffs alike. Circulated coins often have a personality all their own. Some may be smooth and heavily worn, others may carry scratches or stains, and some may still show surprising detail despite years of use. This individuality makes each 1938 cent a small historical artifact, unique in its own right. Many collectors enjoy assembling a complete date and mint mark set of Lincoln wheat cents, and 1938 plays an important role in filling that timeline. While not rare, it provides continuity in the series and reminds us of the changing history that America passed through in the late 1930s. For beginner collectors, circulated 1938 cents are often the easiest entry point. They are inexpensive, widely available, and rich in history. Holding one in your hand is like stepping back into the pre-World War II era, when Franklin Roosevelt was president and the world was on the brink of dramatic change. Advanced collectors often pursue higher-grade examples or unusual varieties, such as double dies or repunched mint marks. Though no major errors are widely known for 1938, small anomalies can sometimes be found and are highly prized by specialists. One of the fascinating things about wheat pennies is that they often surface in change even today. While rare, it's still possible to find a 1938 cent in circulation, a small treasure hiding among modern coins. For many people, spotting that wheat reverse in their change sparks a lifelong interest in coin collecting. The wear patterns on a circulated 1938 cent also reveal something about its journey. Coins that spent more time in pockets and cash drawers show smoother wear, while those exposed to rougher environments may have deeper scratches or discoloration. These marks turn each coin into a miniature time capsule of American commerce. Because of their high copper content, wheat cents like the 1938 issue have also attracted attention from metal scrappers and hoarders. However, their historical and collectible value far outweighs their melt value, making them better preserved in collections than melted for raw metal. Another aspect worth noting is the cultural impact of the Lincoln cent. For generations of Americans, the penny has been a symbol of thrift, saving, and small beginnings. A simple jar of pennies in the home often contained wheat cents like the 1938 issue, quietly building family savings over the years. Even though these coins are small and seemingly insignificant, they played a huge role in everyday economic life. From grocery stores to vending machines, from gas stations to movie theaters, the 1938 cent was part of daily transactions that shaped the rhythm of American life.